Welcome to the 2006 PartyPoker.com World 10-Pin Masters, a truly international tournament. 16 players from 12 different countries are here for a shot at the title, and the winner's check for $30,000. Success here at the Masters depends on how well you cope with the single lane format, and also the very special atmosphere at this tournament.
In the top half of the draw, the quarter-final places are decided. Defending champion Jens Nicol meets South African Guy Kaminski in the first quarter-final. And in the second, giant Dutch bowler Wim van der Veen takes on 2005 Masters runner-up Paul Moore of England.
And what a match we've got for you next. It's the clash between Norway's Torry Torgersen and Malaysia's Alex Liu. Now, Torry Torgersen isn't just a regular at the Masters. He is the master, and 3 wins at this event is testament to that fact.
If he strikes, give him the trophy. They're willing it in, and that was, and he knows. Make no mistake about it, this is Torry Torgersen's lane. It's his championship, it's his event, it's his title for the 3rd time.
Every time I get here, it's a new tournament, and I need to try to get myself to just bowl. I mean, if I go out there, I think I can win it again. It's not the approach you need to have. You need to take one match at a time and just bowl good. The field is getting better and better. So I mean, this year, all the guys out there can win the tournament. But obviously you have Belmonte from Australia, bowling really good. Chris Barnes comes from like 2 big victories in America. But I mean, it's 2 games. There's been upsets already, and you never know. Anybody can beat anybody. I'm bowling the Alex Liu, left-handed Malaysian kid. I don't really know much about him. I bowled him like a long time ago, but like now he's the #1 player in Asia. So you've got to be careful.
There's little doubt that Torgersen has mastered this one-lane format. But what makes one lane so difficult?
It should actually be the easiest format ever, because you have the one lane in front of you, and that's the only thing you have to worry about. Normally you change pairs and you change, constantly shot by shot. Here you're actually standing on the same lane. But I mean, it's lights, and it's kind of, you have the crowd, it's temperatures, it's a lot of factors that plays in, and like it turns out, the lane actually changes a lot, much more than a normal bowling lane would do. I'm not a cranker, I'm not a straight player. I mean, I kind of can do both, but I mean, if I would change something about my game, I would make one of my games better. Instead of being pretty good at both things, I would prefer to be really good at the one thing. If everybody out there can repeat their shots, so when it comes to this level, I mean, the mental aspect is tremendous. I mean, the guy who wins this tournament is the guy that has his mental game together the best this weekend.
Torry's opponent turns 30 today, and bowler Alex Liu is in the prime of his bowling life. But the Malaysian Open champion is absolutely delighted to be here at the Masters.
It's an honor to be here, actually, to represent Malaysia and bowl against the world top bowler. I'm pretty good now, because the last trip I just won my home ground Malaysia Open, so I'm onto it. We are actually one of the core sports in Malaysia, so we have a lot of young youth bowlers, all the adults, all are there. And then it's a lot of tournaments as well. It's very challenging now. The young ones coming up very fast. So we as the old one have to keep up the same thing.
Alex may be playing catch-up to the youngsters back in Malaysia, but what does he think of his chances against the striking Viking?
He's a 3-time World 10-pin Master champion, so it's very tough for me, but give it a try. May the best bowler win.
So once again, the Masters stage is set. Let's get to the action. Torgerson versus Liu. Your commentators for this match, Cass Edwards and Nick Halling.
Would you like to shake hands, gentlemen? Wish you good luck, good bowling. Taurus to start.
Bernie White, as ever, our match referee. Just going through the formalities, and so the 5th of this first round matches, there are 8 in total, features the 3-time champion against the new kid on the block, Tora Torgerson versus Alex Liu, Europe versus Asia. Torgerson certainly taking his time with this first ball. And he is traditionally a fast starter. Let's see if he can come out fast here. Well, there you go.
Well, how about that for a line as well? Right out on the outside. Outside the first arrow on the first 5 boards. Looking to hook that ball up around the lane oil that's laid in a pattern. And he's right out the trap with a great strike. Fantastic rotation on that ball.
Now, if you're Alex Liu, you're doing what Torgerson's doing right now. Just concentrate on your game. Don't even look at the other fella. It might scare you. Torgerson, meanwhile, working on his grip. I don't think there's much you'd want to change from that first ball.
Yeah, looks as though he's doing a bit of gardening over there, doesn't it, with that ball? Putting a bit of tape in the thumb hole just to make it snug, tight fit.
Here's Alex's first ball in his World 10-pin Masters career, and it too is a strike.
Well, can't argue with that, can you? Another 10 of those would look very nice on his score sheet. Alex, the left-hander from the Far East. We've seen Remy Ong in this tournament several years ago, and it doesn't look dissimilar, does he? With his style, wide off that left-hand side of the lane, ripping the rack for strikes.
And of course there has been an Asian winner of this competition. We're going back a little bit now. Pang Nepomuceno of the Philippines came here and won back in the late 90s, and Tora, having been perfectly online, has missed the head pin by a mile.
Well, yeah, fortunately, just to leave the one of the 2 pins standing. Threw that ball quite fast, and he had just hooked up in a little bit of lane conditioner there. Not very steady on the line on that foot, and yeah, it's just gone a little bit wide. Didn't make the pocket, didn't come back in time. Should be a straightforward spare. Change of ball. Probably straighten the shot out a bit.
We've seen a lot of players have trouble with this lane. Elisa Del Rosario, Thomas Lee Anderson, Guy Kaminsky, to name but 3, Linda Barnes. Let's hope that last ball, or the first ball of that frame from Thomas, wasn't the sign of a problem that he's going to have. Because this lane has been tough on these bowlers this year.
Yeah, maybe that Torres decided to try and attack the lane from somewhere totally different from the wide outside. We haven't seen too many right-handed players playing out there so far in this event. And he's the sort of guy with the experience to say, OK, let's take this ball by the horns and give it a hard time.